The Naledi residents have arrived now at the police station, as you can see, to deliver that memorandum of grievances following the death of 2 boys from suspected food poisoning. Let's listen in.
Well, currently they are signing that memorandum, as you can see there. The ANC youth are signing it over to the police. We do understand at this very point that they've asked for someone who's senior in the police station, but it seems because of the fact that it was delayed to start the march, they haven't got that. But some of the demands that they've put forward is to make sure that young people within the communities own some of those Spaza shops, and that there is an ongoing checking of ensuring that the documentation of the people that are in charge of the Spaza shops, as well as the health part of it, that is done correctly. And they have, of course, continued to say that they are demanding that the law enforcement also plays its part in ensuring that that is done correctly. We are seeing that memorandum signing that is taking place there. I'm just going to bring in him in to speak to us. We saw you just read the memorandum of demands. You are live on Newzroom Afrika. Perhaps tell us, before you signed that memorandum of demands, you were unhappy with the fact that you didn't get a senior person to speak to you. Why is it that it was so important that you get someone senior within the SAPS to speak to you?
Firstly, thanks. We're expecting a senior person simply because we believe can be the one he sits in the decision-making body, can be able to give us a response that we are looking for, because we are not on a playful church tricks here. We are addressing important issues that affect our communities. So that's why we're expecting a senior person who's going to come and be able to give us a response that we're expecting as the ANC in Greater Johannesburg. That's why we deemed it fit that we get a senior personnel within the SAPS, so that by the next 7 days, the demands that we're raising with them are having answers. So with a junior must go and consult, and it's going to be a long process. That's why we're demanding a senior person.
But you've called this memorandum of demands, interestingly, a love letter that you know that it won't be addressed. Tell us why.
We know our police, we know their work ethic, we know that they're not going to entertain these issues simply because of their beneficiaries from the same illegal Spaza shops. They are the ones who are protecting the same illegal Spaza shops. They go and collect chochos. So we know that. So we're warning them that when they see the youth in the street taking the law unto themselves, they must know that we have followed the process. We came to speak to them, we came to consult them, we came to make sure that there's a collaboration to make sure that we deal with all these issues within our society.
And I mean, all these are allegations, of course, because we don't have proof that they have done that. What makes you so confident to think that the police are part of the corruption that has allowed the illegal Spazas to continue?
One needs to...
yes, what makes you believe so?
One needs to understand, the release of the message that we are living with this in our communities, we are living with these shop owners, we are living with police. We see them. We see them, everyone will tell you. They go to these Spaza shops. That's what we're saying. They are making sure they collect the protective fee. Thanks.
All right. And I mean, I want us to sort of move away because there's something happening there, so we're going to try and move away. And Madlala, please, let's continue that conversation. Of course, you're saying that you have seen them and that this is something that has taken place. Have you spoken to the different departments to complain also about this?
You know, in our communities we have normalized many abnormalities. But now we're saying enough is enough. As the youth league, the leader of society, we need to make sure that whenever we see this kind of corrupt activities, we rise up and say enough is enough. As we are doing now, was saying in our communities, wherever we are, they can tell you. You see the visibility of police in these Spaza shops, but the reality of the matter is that when you go and check things that have been sold in the Spaza shops, you can see some of the stuffs are expired. Every now and then we see producing their own goods, selling it to our people. And that thing must come to an end. That's why we're saying as the Youth League, we're taking to the streets, and it's not going to end here. It's going to be a continuous program that is going to make sure that we're saying war to the illegal Spaza shops.
And I mean, when you say that as the Youth League, it's very interesting because isn't this a community issue and rather not a political issue? One can say that maybe it's being politicized now.
You're correct. It is a community issue. And the Youth League, it is an organization within the society. And we can't allow a vacuum within our communities. That's why we stood up and say we must close the space and make sure that we lead young people and make sure that young people's voice is back and being led by the ANC Youth League as an organization that revolves around the community and the society.
So what now? What now? What are you going to do? You've delivered a memorandum of demands. The two boys, of course, are still going to be buried on Wednesday. What are you going to do now?
From here, we're going to our cadres assembly. One of the things that we're going to raise sharp is that we need to do a follow-up. This case, we need answers. We need to make sure that those who are responsible, they are taken to the task. Because we can't leave loose ends. All those that are responsible, law must come down to them very hard. From now on, we're going to be doing a follow-up. We're going to make sure that we continue with the case. There's no case that's going to be closed without any investigation, because that is the culture of our South African Police Service. When they feel that a case maybe is no one follows it up, they just close it. That won't happen with this case. We'll be here. We're going to come and we're going to make sure we get answers that we demand.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is, of course, the Youth League that is speaking to us. Baba, what would you like to add to what Banele has told us? He says that they are going to make sure that this case doesn't just disappear. What would you like to add as a community member?
Ma'am, what I'm going to say is that, they've said we must wait for the post-mortem examination so as we must see that what is the cause of the death. We cannot just blame people. Then after post-mortem examination is then that we'll take steps.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for speaking to us. That's, of course, some of the community members that are here just speaking about the fact that they want to get that post-mortem results. We do know that that's still underway according to the police. They have not received those results yet. But the ANC Youth League says that they couldn't just wait, so they are going to still keep following up. The community members also were part of this march. But they're saying this is not political. You will remember that already the family has said that the incident must not be politicized, that they must be given a chance to mourn, but also not be used in terms of campaigns. So they are saying that they are doing this as part of the community as well, and as people that work within the community. The memorandum has been delivered, and at this point you can hear that there's also a sense that the police are not doing their work and that they are part of the issue that is affecting the community, and this is why they've had to deliver their memorandum here of grievances to the police station.
All right, Nqobile Madlala, live to us from Naledi in Soweto. Thank you.